Hello guys, this is Alex Gomez and welcome back to my channel. On today's video we're gonna keep working on our King Arthur, and actually we're gonna do the poly paint on it. So I'm just gonna show you my techniques, how I achieve my poly painting, my digital sculpting. So let's get to it, guys. Okay, so when I started or when I finished the last session of digital sculpting this character, I ended up doing a little bit more of details. I added like a more of a texture in the eyebrows. I also added the braid and also added like this piece of hair. I'm not gonna see it in the render, maybe not, maybe I will, I don't know yet, but it's good to have it. So what I did here was the same technique that I used for the beard and I used for the mustache, so it's pretty good. And for the braid, I use a brush that I found, I think it was a Bad King. I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you guys can go to the website and see where I grabbed this from, and I think it's free. So you just go to braid, let's say I go to my head and you just go and drag it like that. That's super big. So once you start doing it, you're gonna see that it's going like inverse. So you just go to stroke, and in the curve modifiers, you're gonna open curve fallout and just gonna change it to something like that. And then you can have your braid. Nice, okay? So this is the way that I did the braid for this side. Okay, so anyways, so let's start doing our poly paint. So first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna change this material. I'm gonna go to the Zbrush paint. Zbrush paint, those ones are free materials. You can get them in Gumroad if you look for Zbrush paint. They're pretty cool. I use them a lot just for poly painting. I'm gonna go to my standard brush, so BST. I'm gonna turn off the C-sub and sub-add, make sure that they're off. I'm gonna turn on RGB. I'm gonna make it like 100% for now because I just want the skin color. I'm gonna turn this texture. This is from another thing that I'm working on. And I'm gonna go get color. I'm not gonna fill anything. I just have to pick a texture. So let's go to something very skin tone-ish kind of thing. I don't know how to pick here. Like I will make a video about how you get like a spotlight references and stuff, but for now I'm just gonna kind of like go with my eye pretty much to get that texture. So I'm gonna get the skin texture right there. This is not changed until I go to color and fill object. Make sure that your RGB intensity is 100 just to fill the whole face here. Okay, sorry about like I have the sniffles a little bit. I have allergies at this time of the year. In the summer I always have allergies. So I'm going to start putting some colors to it. So pretty much the colors of the face is divided in 3 different colors, which is red, blue, and yellow. So in the yellow parts are the parts that like the face contains a little bit more of a bony. The blue is kind of like underneath the jaw, and the red is pretty much on the cheeks, tip of the nose, and on top of the forehead. So I'm just gonna paint super random. I'm just gonna get the intensity down. I'm gonna get dots. I'm gonna change it to color spray, and in color spray here in color I'm gonna change this to 1. Oh, right there, 1. Perfect. And obviously I'm gonna change the color. So I'm gonna start with my reds. So let's get like a nice red here. Perfect. And I'm just gonna make kind of like a clown paint, pretty much is how people say it. So I'm just gonna paint a little bit in this part. This is probably not doing much. Probably like here. Let's make this bigger. Right there. And probably this area here as well. Little bit in the ears, and just to give some tones. And also don't forget that this goes around the mouth as well. That's probably too much. I will fix it after, just to give the tones to it. Then I'm gonna add kind of like some costume paint, just kind of like to stylize it myself. But yeah, this is the way that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some yellow now. So it's probably this yellow, and I'm gonna just paint it right here. Paint this part here in this area, then paint the forehead, this part, and underneath this area. Let's turn off the beard. Oh no, that's the, yeah, let's turn this off. Let's turn this off, and let's turn the mustache off, and look how nice and beautiful here the two looks. Okay, so I have it there, and I'm just going like a pretty like simple, not too much. I'm not adding that much. And then I'm gonna get a blue color. So this blue is fine for me. Let's put this big, and this blue is gonna be like there, that area. Also, I'm going to get some of that blue in this part here. I'm gonna get some of this red in these muscles here, a little bit of yellow in here, and in this part, probably right there, more blue in here, in this area, and yellow in this part here. Okay, so this is how people call it, like a clam paint. So the idea now is kind of like to start blending everything. So there's a couple of options that you can do. You can just select your original skin color, and you can get the RGB intensity down, lower, probably 0.8. You go to color and fill, and you can keep filling, and you see that there is changing, but it's still keeping some of that color. Then I can just go get this color. It's already gotten like picked with C. You just go C and pick the color, and I can just kind of like go really like that. I can add a little bit more of that color overall. A little bit of the red I can add it later on, just to give like a go more with the design here. But this is gonna give us a really good base of what we're doing right now. So I'm just going and painting over with the spray paint. So you're not gonna see much difference, but you're gonna notice that everything is blending together. Everything is blending together. Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna go get a red again, and I'm gonna go with intensity really low. And this is more like a red right there. And RGB intensity, let's go to 3. And let's paint that nose a little bit. Over here, for the cheeks. Right there, and the ear more. Let's increase this a little bit more. There you go. And let's get those lips as well. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. Right there, I'm gonna get a I'm gonna get a darker color right there, and I'm gonna paint this area here as well. And I'm using that color spray brush because I think it's just give us a nice result, a nice point. So let's here a little bit more here in this part of the cheeks. I need a little bit more of that red. So let's bring there. There you go. That's much better. That's much better. Then I'm gonna darken this area in the eyes, kind of like add some kind of like shade a little bit. So I'm just gonna pick my original kind of like skin color, and I'm just gonna move it down towards the gray a little bit. Let's move my references here, and let's paint this around there. Paint this. Make it darker. Make it darker. Probably that's too much. Let's bring this down. And I like, something that I like to do is to add a little bit of red here underneath the eyes, kind of like that tired feeling of it. Right here. Something like that, and I can blend this. Just pick my color and blend it. Pick this and blend it. Okay. So that's looking pretty nice. Then I see like this has like a kind of like a weird, nice kind of like texturing and nice textures and stuff, which is pretty cool. Another thing that I like to add some darkness. Let's change this to my normal dots, and let's add some darkness to it right here in this area. Increase the intensity more. Let's bring this more a little bit more. Let's pick this and it's too dark there. And let's get a little bit red here and make this part red, like he's like tired and going through a lot of stuff, you know, because he's like a warrior right there. And perfect. So that's getting there. That's looking nice. It's not like perfect and stuff, but it's getting there. Something that I do, that I always kind of like it brings my characters not to the next level, but more to life, or more close of what I want to achieve, is to get the eyes color. So I'm just gonna get this one and I'm gonna merge with the one down below. I'm gonna get my RGB intensity, right color to white, and I'm gonna fill this up, and you see it just immediately changes. It just changes right away. Okay, and then I'm gonna paint the eye. So I don't have symmetry here. I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna go to stroke, and I'm gonna go to drag, rectangle, and alpha. I'm gonna go with alpha 06 might work, or 14 probably something sharper. So I'm just gonna drag this. Oh, but it's in white, so let's get a black color. Let's drag this one here. No, probably around there. Right there, probably right here, right there. Some people just do it in the front. Let's do it in the front and see. Let's do it here. Let's do it both of them, you know. Let's turn on symmetry. Let's do both of them. Then I'm gonna change to a color like that bright blue color, and I'm gonna change it like that. And let's see, yeah, that's a good one. Let's change it right there. And I'm gonna add some shadows to it. So let's go to let's take this off. Let's go to a gray. I'm gonna add, that's too much. Let's get the RGB intensity down. I'm gonna add some of this here, kind of like a little bit of a shadow there. And I am going to add a little bit of pinkish in this side. This side there, that side there, okay? Perfect. So that's kind of like it gives us more. It gives us more of a sense of what we're doing right there. So now I'm just gonna split these ones to parts. Split to parts. Okay. Turn them off. Let's select this eye, and let's press W so you get the transpose. Let's click this one to get it in the center of mass. Let's rotate it, and there you go. I have that piece there, and I have this one down, and then I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Okay, I have symmetry, so it doesn't work. There you go. And I'm gonna rotate it like that and a little bit down. As you can see, I rotate it down, so I have to fix kind of like those shadows kind of thing. So let's go with Q. Let's press C, and let's paint this part here of this side. Okay, because a lot of people were asking me before, how did I achieve that look in the character that I did from Dishonored, kind of like the texture. So I pretty much, there was a lot of like R&D, or a lot of like try that I did. Another thing that I want to do is kind of like get a little bit more of red right inside the eye, right here in this part of the eyelid. Let's paint this part here. I don't see anything because I'm not in the right one, so I'm just gonna go right there. Okay, and it's just like a process of just painting and enjoy yourself, like painting, you know, like it's fun, it's relaxing, it's really nice to do. Let's take this, because now I don't want this on top of it, so I'm just gonna And it was super funny because the way that I did that, the sonor thing, like I know like the mouth looks funny, but it's because of the mustache. And it's so hard because I don't know how his mouth is, so I just go with the design kind of thing and see what works or what not. Let's keep going, giving it a little bit more of what it should look. What is my braid? My braid right here is gonna be orange. Probably like this orange right there. A little bit more orangey. I can adjust this after, but I think that this way probably a little bit darker and towards there. That's probably too bright. Probably right there, I think so. Color, fill object. Oh, that's happened. That happens when you have like the RGB intensity so low, so make sure it's 100% color and fill object right there. Just to start like giving context to it, and this is gonna be probably a little bit darker, so let's get this color, fill object, and color, fill object, and I'm gonna do the same with the mustache, color, fill object. Okay, and the beard is just white. Okay, so I'm just kind of like, you see like those shadows like that, and kind of like this. That's something that I'm going to try to achieve, like keep kind of like cheat those shadows and those paint. So let's see what can I do. Let's see if I can use an alpha. There's different alphas here. I don't know what this is gonna give me, but I'm just gonna try. And this is something that I always do. I always try new stuff and new techniques, and that's something when how you develop techniques and so on when you are developing a new character or a new style. So I'm just gonna grab kind of like a light blue right there, and I'm just gonna go really low, and let's see what it gives me. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna go 100%, and I see what that brush is giving me. Just like that alpha is like a regular brush. Let's use I use something like that for the kind of like a sketch one, and I like that. That's what it did, for example, for the Dishonored character that I did earlier. So I'm just gonna, this is super what else was gonna say, super brown, no brown, but purple. So I have to tone it down, probably this much, tone it down to bring it towards this area here, and I think this is gonna work much better. That's super high, so that's not gonna work, and there you go. So let's get this. Oh, what happened there? This the RGB intensity. No, now I'm getting this kind of like shadows there. This goes down like that. Okay, and let's use something a little bit lighter, and to put it right here. I'm gonna blend all these colors after. Let's go towards the blue a little bit, more in the dark. I just go to this side here, to this area. And I'm just doing strokes like that. That probably is gonna work. Okay, and let's get a little bit more of that color. For example, I need mostly like this, so I'm just gonna pick this color and I'm just gonna put the strokes there. And honestly, I don't know how it's gonna look. Hopefully it's gonna look good. And let's blend this a little bit more with my base color. And it's blending more there. My base color, I don't have as sharp edges and sharp stuff, so that's good. Sorry about that. I just hit the microphone with my hat. And let's see. Yeah, that was the one that I used before. So let's keep using this. Let's go with this one, but a little bit darker, because this is gonna be here in this part. I know you guys are saying, but this guy is just kind of like throwing strokes, like pretty random there. But I'm just kind of like basing on the design, even though it's not gonna look like this, like the same or exactly the same. But I just want to kind of like try to approach it, try something different. I think like when you try something different and try different techniques, I'm sure like you guys gonna find that there's some stuff that really works good and say, oh, I should try this in another project or do something like that. Okay, that's good. Let's try to put this tone of blue in this area. This one here. Okay, let's turn this up a little bit more, a notch more. Get this red here, and I'm gonna throw more here in this part, the top of the ear. Okay, let's wait until the autosave is done. I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee. So just bear with me, guys. We're almost done here. Let's pick that color and blend this part more. And I'm just going really soft with my stroke here. I want to get this a little bit darker, probably like that. And that's too much. Let's bring this down. And I'm gonna change this, and probably like gonna go alpha off. And let's do the color spray again. And that's probably gonna give us. It's gonna probably blend better this part here. Let's take this. Okay, let's take this blue. Let's go in this part here, and I'm just kind of like going. I still want like a little bit of that stroke that you can see there, you know. But I'm blending a little bit better this part. And I'm gonna get this more reddish pinkish, and that would be probably like this area, like that. What's this color? That color is kind of like a yellowish. Let's see. Let's go towards like something pink like that, dark pink like that. I think that's much better. That's the color that I was looking for this part here. And you're gonna say, we paint everything over and the work that we did. No, like still you're gonna have some of that work in there, you know. Okay, you still can see some of the lines there. Let's get that blue here in this area here, and let's get this red. And pretty much like a dark red right here in this part, just like that. I kind of like want to make it my own. I know like there's a design, but also I want to make it my own as well. Take this, and let's do a little bit. Okay, let's take this one and let's do a really strong stroke here in this part. Oh, that's too much. So no, I'm just gonna take this one here. I'm gonna paint it like that, and then I'm gonna take the original one, kind of like a almost yellowish, and I'm gonna just do this like this, just kind of like so to accentuate that part. And I'm gonna do the same with this here, with the apples. Adam's apple. That's right. And still I feel that this needs to be a little bit darker, so let's put a little bit darker here. Obviously inside the ears as well. And as you guys know my workflow, I don't like to go, oh, I'm gonna paint the eyes and then I'm gonna paint this, and I just go a little bit and a little bit and then move and see what is looking, what is working, what is not working, and go with the flow. So let's keep going like that. Let's blend this part, still like too much yellow in there. Okay, that's much better. I know it doesn't look like as much like the likeness, but you know, I really don't care at this moment. But oh, wrong key. But I just want to create something like quick and kind of like share the techniques that I can do while I'm sculpting or while I'm poly painting and so on. So let's get more red in those cheeks. So let's get something like that dark there. Oh no, that's the move tool, PST. That happens a lot. I think that I'm in a brush, but I'm not, and can sometimes mess up my things. No. Okay. That's looking good. Let's see the mustache. That's this part. Let's take this color. Let's take this 100% and let's make it a little bit darker. This color and fill object. Okay. Probably not as much. Here. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Right there. Color. Fill object. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. Let's grab this, put a little bit more in this area. Oh, but that's not the one. This one here. Oh, no, that's too much. And that's because I'm 100% intensity here. I just want to hear this part. Perfect. Okay, these eyes, I normally do the eyes in Blender or Maya, like I have like a set of eyes, so I just use those ones instead of kind of like painting. I just paint them just to have as a reference here, pretty much. So let's get the mustache here. Mustache already have that color. Let's go to a white-ish, grayish, and let's start painting this. See this one, mustache, I know that's the eyebrows, where the mustache is. And let's paint this a little bit here. Okay, and I'm gonna add some different shades here. So I'm gonna go to this one, change this to the dots. I'm gonna get this darker towards the brown and get it like a dark underneath the mustache here. Dark shade. And then I'm just gonna do some kind of like strokes in this part here. And for this I'm gonna increase the intensity, get this lower. Something like that. Kind of like following, but not following. And then I can take this and just blend it a little bit. But still I'm gonna see some of that strokes there. And it's kind of like coming along. It's coming along there. There's a lot of like dark spots here as well. So let's go with a little bit of brown in this area as well. And a little bit of red. I'm probably gonna use the alpha that I was using before. This one and see. What can we get there? Something different. And you see, like with that alpha, kind of like give us like a better sense of hair, of fur in that part. Okay, perfect. It's coming along. It's coming along. It's coming along. Definitely, it's coming along. Let's do that for the same part of here. Some parts here. Some parts there. Some darkness right there. The darkness. And let's get this and let's give a little bit of a highlights, not highlights, but kind of like a brights. let's change it. That's the one. Let's change this to off, the alpha, and let's draw some of this here like that. That's too much. Too much. Bam, 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 bam. Just a little bit like that. And that's how I did like in Dishonored. Like I'm not like a texture artist or a digital painter. Or to be honest, I'm just like I do lighting a lot and modeling. And I really like doing character sculpting, but that's it. I have done character modeling like professionally. I still do it, but all this stuff I do a lot for fun. So I really enjoy it doing it. Okay, so let's paint this beard, and we're almost done here. Let's get like a color. Make sure that this is 100% color, fill object, bring this down to 30 or so. Let's get some grays and oof, grays, not pinks. That one much better. And let's paint this up. Let's paint this up, something like that. There you go. And let's blend this more and make sure that this one goes a little bit here. And I see that those tones are a little bit bluish, so let's get that bluish tone here, like that, like that. Okay, and let's get all of this white. Let's do the white, and I'm just gonna go like a really sharp one. So there is a brush here that is super sharp, this one hard, and this is 100%. Let's see what it gives me. That doesn't give me that. That's not nice. I don't like that because I don't like this. If I do dots, it's the same scenario, and I don't like that. So let's go with my BSD. Let's do that. That's much better. That's gonna work much better with this brush. Okay. What I can do here, obviously, is go the focal length, put it all the way up. Let's see. The RG intensity, the focal shift all the way down. With the focal shift all the way down. Look, I have that's what I wanted. So let's go down a little bit. And let's keep those strokes going like that. Nice. And let's do that the same with the mustache as well, now that I have these. So let's get those strokes nicer here, like that. You know, that's much better. Let's get some strokes as well in the eyebrows. Right there. Some really dark ones in the S area here. Okay. And do the same for this part of the, no, this one. Good. Change my tool. It's not changing my tool. I don't know if it's my pen that is not working properly, but it's not changing my tool like the way that I want to. Okay. Then let's do those strokes a little bit more here. That's good. And now I just see like for example in the face I had like so many wrinkles and stuff, and it's like they're blah because we need to put some of that darkness in there too, you know, like a dark this side. So I can do it like this, or I can just there is a soft brush, put intensity, put this dark, and let's see what can I do with this. Let's put intensity up a little bit more. Get this dark like that. Okay. And I just playing around a little bit. Let's do this. The darkness here. With the darkness. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. And this one is gonna work much better for this part. Then I'm just going to blend a little bit this. So let's get this color here. Let's bring the intensity down and let's bend this a little bit more. Okay. As I say, like this is more like a stylized kind of like painting that I want to do. Nothing realistic at all, but still want to get those things to notice that there's something super weird and sketchy here. Okay, let's change this color. So I changed. So we grow the intensity. Let's get this dark again. Bring it here. I'm kind of like doing, kind of, but not kind of, doing like an occlusion of it. But that's kind of like the idea, you know. Alright, here, take this. This one, take that. And let's go to the really dark one here. Let's see. And as it says, like a going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But a lot of stuff is gonna go in the lighting once we move into lighting, for sure. So yeah, like this part. Let's see what can I do here. Let's see this and take a little bit towards and put this down. So yeah, this is pretty much it. We just have to do the color here, the braid, probably like unwrap it and doing substance painted. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy a little bit of, learn some of these techniques of poly painting. I just went with the flow. I just kind of like tried to do as much as I could, as better as I could. But yeah, let me know on your on the comments what you guys struggle with and what you guys would like to learn. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post a video every Friday. So take care guys, and enjoy your weekend, and have an amazing day, and keep sculpting. Take care guys, bye.